Well, hey dudes, welcome back to another weird and wacky episode of World Building. I am the host, Modern Monstrosities. So in this video, I want to show you guys how I built a crazy, modified military vehicle out of this $2 toy here. I'm taking the wheels off and weightlifting afterwards. Not really. But yeah, see, $2. The turret rotates, but after I was done with it, it didn't rotate very well. I pulled out some junk and I took apart a water pistol for some parts. There were some good parts in there. I mean, I also used I used some EVA foam in this build, and a lot of parts from printers and things. Yeah. There's some good parts in all those things. Except the EVA foam. The EVA foam's just good by itself. There, I'm gluing on some parts to the barrel and yeah, some more EVA foam there. I added just little bits, things. It was sort of time consuming, but sort of not. If I could just sit there with a lot of parts and some super glue and stick things on, bits of EVA foam were put on and then had things put over them because the plastic didn't like stick well with super glue. The super glue kind of just popped off sometimes. So what I'd do is put some EVA foam on and then put whatever I was gluing on. But I didn't do that for all of them. Anyway, here I'm drilling a hole with a pin vise, or a hand drill, whitening it a little bit with an X-Acto knife, and adding some tube from a water pistol that I had added some texture to with a wire cutter, and I thought that worked out pretty well. Yeah, see there, I'm putting it in and texturing it. Yeah, pretty much. Just what I was doing. Yeah. Yes, there I have a little circuit board thing, and I took off a little piece and put it on, and when I painted it, it looked pretty good. Like, might be a good way to get some texture plates easily. A lot of this video, at least from the start to here, is gluing on parts, a lot of parts, and EVA foam and things. Yeah, that's that. It's going pretty well. A lot of the parts I used were water pistol parts, EVA foam, and parts from a printer. Old broken printer thing. I also used a few little steampunk gears and some toothpicks, I think, and of course that circuit board piece, which worked out pretty well. At this point, my workstation is getting a little messy. Okay, a lot messy. But it's hard to keep a workstation like that clean when you're adding all this junk. Modifications. Yeah, I'm doing a lot. I did a reasonable amount of pin vise drilling and then adding some wires onto it. I actually ended up adding a reasonable amount of actual wires with rubber coating. See there, I'm doing it. After painted, they look like, they look pretty good. And I have a few, like that little one there, the green piece with the wires sticking out. Yeah, that was, that had some thick ones on there, and I thought that I put a little yellow one on there. It just, once painted, it looked like, well, they look like wires. They look like wires before I painted them, too. That was that. Yes, there, I was getting off a little piece from a sprue from a model. And if you build models and have a hobby about, kit bashing and things, make sure you keep the sprues. And unless you don't want to. But the sprues are very useful. I guess I don't use them all that often, but when it comes to things like, I use toothpicks a lot. Well, maybe you don't no, but I use toothpicks at least once in every build, whether for painting or actually sticking on something. But anyway, yeah. You want a straight line or a smooth curve, or yeah, you can get some good stuff from sprue pieces. I have that ram in the front. I put some EVA foam on that, and then put the ram on its piece from a printer. Yes, and here I have my silicone mat, which is covered in paint. A lot of paint. So I sprayed on some rubbing alcohol, or isopropyl alcohol, and scrubbed it off. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Yeah, that paper towel got pretty dirty. Here I spray painted it with a sort of military green, but I didn't prime it or anything before that, so it the color below kind of showed through. Then I got out some paint brushes and some paint, and yeah. You may have noticed I missed the tracks. Yeah, I didn't show you guys how I made the tracks. The tracks were essentially little Lego wheels that I put on pieces of cardboard and EVA foam, and then layered some textured EVA foam, which I used a clay tool to texture over that to form the treads. They ended up not that great. Sorry I didn't show you guys the footage, but yeah, it's not in the video. It's pretty simple though. I did add some hemispherical rhinestones, which it sort of seems lately I'm using those in almost all my builds. It's really good crafting material. Hemispherical rhinestones. Hemispherical rhinestones are little beads, but they're hemispherical. The hemispherical rhinestones, they're hemispherical rhinestones. They're little hemispherical beads. Hemispherical meaning half a circle, or half a sphere, or something. Yep, painting, painting, painting. This thing, I'm probably on the planet of rejection, which I talk about in a lot of my videos, but if anybody wants, I'm kind of telling a story, world building I think it's called, along with a lot of my dioramas and miniatures and things. This isn't a diorama, I'm not sure what this is called. I believe that would be a build completed.